Hello, good evening. According to Instagram, we are now live. So, good evening, everybody. I hope you've had an amazing weekend. So far, it's been quite a busy one for me. Busy working yesterday here at my nail desk, and today's been getting jobs done and preparing for tonight's live. I hope you've managed to see a little bit of sunshine and blue skies out there. Down here in deepest, darkest Cornwall, we've had a bit of everything. So today has been beautifully sunny, so I hope you've had sunshine. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Lennor. I'm part of the education team and I'm one of the Light Elegance ambassadors for the UK as well. And I love everything LE, to be honest. I started with LE in 2019, just before COVID. So, hi guys. Oh, hello from South Africa. Nice to see you. I did my training with Jojo, who I'm sure you all know. It was amazing. I fell in love with LE even more. Hard gel is definitely my favourite. It's always my go-to. I love Lexi, and Extreme is my absolute favourite. It's my ride or die. I cannot be without that gel. The buttercreams absolutely floored me. The amount of colours that were available, I was just like, wow. And the fact that I could do art with them as well as full cover. And then what we're going to be talking about tonight, the glitters. So I'm sure you've seen the glitters that we have at Light Elegance. There are gazillions of them and they are amazing. I love them. So yes, I'm going to be going through everything sparkly and glittery this evening. So if you have any questions whatsoever, pop them in the chat and I will do my best to answer them for you. And yeah, I think that's all you need to know. Apart from, we are obviously in a trade show this weekend until tomorrow evening at midnight. So to get 20% off your order before until then, use the code PRO20, so that's PRO20, and that will get you 20% off your order. So fruit snacks is currently my favourite, as it is almost summer here. Yeah, good old fruit snacks. That is a really pretty one and great for the summertime. Yeah, our summertime finished, although today has been like summer. So we're loving that. Yeah, if, like I say, any questions, pop them in the chat and I will do my best to answer them for you. So now I am going to flip this around and get it in the holder. And there we go. Right, I'm going to zoom in a bit. Right, just checking. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on. Right, I'm going to show you a few little bits and pieces first before I start doing any of the actual sort of stuff. I've picked a few different glitters here. Picked quite a few. You should see the number of glitters that are on my desk currently. I'm swamped. Trying to decide on just a few glitters, it's really, really difficult because I blooming love them. Now, at Light Elegance, we have got so many different types of glitters, and you can do so many amazing things with them. So this one that I've chosen is Diamonds and Pearls. Now, this is quite a new one, although it is a replica of an old favourite that was sadly discontinued a while ago. So Diamonds and Pearls is sort of a whitey silver sparkly. Now this one, if I take it off the thing, you'll see it's a little bit sort of more translucent. So this will go over so many different kinds of colours and give a really lovely icy effect, or it can be used completely on its own. We have the chunkies and iridescence. So we have Fairy Good. Now, if you do not have Fairy Good in your kit, run now and get it in your basket, because this is probably my favourite glitter, and it's a real favourite of my clients, and it doesn't matter what time of year it is, Fairy Good is amazing. Another thing, you might want a pencil and paper even, to write down some of these if they're new to you. So Fairy Good it kind of sits across two. It's iridescent, but it's also multi-sized pieces. And I'm going to actually get the pot of this open so you can see it. So Fairy Good, you can see it just catches the light in all different shapes, sizes and colours. You can probably see it a bit better in the lid, and you can see, I always find this is a great way to show your clients how the glitters look, because sometimes when you show them the pot, they kind of can't see it. Show them the lid. There's usually little bits of glitter in the lid, or in this case quite a bit, and you can see the sizes, the shapes, the colours that they pull. Now, iridescence, they're sort of more of a translucent glitter, and they pick up different colours, and they'll shine different colours in different lights. So it's like you see in the pot, when you're seeing it in the flesh, it looks more pinky, but it picks up golds, greens, lilacs, it does everything. So yeah, Fairy Good is a real favourite, and you need it. So Fairy Good. Hey Jess. Yes, absolutely, Joe. Everybody needs Fairy Good. Grace Kelly is just as nice, just a pinker version. Yeah, Grace Kelly, I don't actually have that one, and I was looking at it. I almost added it to my basket today when I did my order. And Tina, I reckon I might have an idea which is your favourite. We'll see. Excuse me. So this one is Sangria, and this is a little bit different because it's in the glitters, but it doesn't sparkle. This one is multicoloured pieces. They're almost like sequins. I kind of describe these type as. And this one, so you can see, it's got all different colours. And again, if you look in the lid, you can see it's got the different colours and the different sizes. So you've got some really teeny tiny pieces and some really quite chunky pieces too. Now, this looks great completely on its own, the way I've done it here on this nail. So I recently did a set with this for a client that was celebrating her 25th birthday, and she wanted party nails. And there is nothing that says party the way Sangria says party. So we did this over the Lexi hard gel, just like one of the pinky ones, and it looked amazing. So then we go to the glitters that you're probably more thinking of when you think of a glitter. So this is Indulgence. It went from my brain for a minute there. This is Indulgence. And this is one of the new glitters from the Dare to Indulge collection. Now this one has got teeny tiny pieces, but it's also kind of got pigment in there. Now this is one coat, just one coat, and it's pretty well covered. I purposely did it one coat just so you could see how good it looks because of that pigment that's in there as well. So this is a really, really pretty glitter for the autumn. Disco. Disco is a real oldie, and it's holographic. So these hollow ones are so cool. In the pot, they kind of don't look all that much actually. They can sometimes look a bit dull. But when you get them on the nail and get a top coat over them and then you get the light on them, my word, they sparkle like nothing else. So Disco is amazing. And again, another one that you need. So how does Indulgence compare to Pink Champagne Butter Bling in colour? Let me show you. 1 second. I'll go into my cupboard. So, the Pink Champagne Butter Bling is this one. So when I hold it, they are very different. So Pink Champagne is basically just solid glitter, but almost like tiny pieces of foil. So it's quite different. Indulgence is a glitter. Really, really tiny pieces, but it's a glitter. I hope that helps. So let me see. Anything else? Jess loves Sangria and the iridescents. The iridescents are so versatile. You can do so much with them. And yeah, you can use them over just the natural pinks that you do of your gel, or over colours, and it completely changes them. And we'll do a little bit of that as well. So that's our first lot. And then we have, so yes, Jojo has got that right. Indulgence is more bronzy. This is Sinful, which is again from the Dare to Indulge collection. I love this colour. It's just so stunning. It's a teal kind of colour. And again, this is probably what you would think of when you think of a glitter. It's pieces of glitter. And let me show you in the pot. So this one is really, really beautiful. This is going to be one that's going to be great all year round, whether it's summer, whether it's sort of autumn, winter, Halloween. I think this is going to be amazing. And yes, Jess, you're right. This over black is stunning. And again, this one, I have just done one coat with that. So it gives really a really great coverage, to be fair, just with one coat. On my nail pops, which I put to the side of these, you know, that's 2 coats. So it makes it a little bit more solid. So that is Sinful. Smoking Hot Pepper. Now this one, again, if you don't have this in your collection for the autumn winter time, this is great. For Halloween nails, this is great. It's kind of in a black base. It's holographic again, but it's got tiny pieces of multicoloured glitter, which you cannot see in this light. It's really difficult catching the glitters, but from here I can see lots of really tiny rainbow pieces of holographic glitter. So it looks stunning at this time of the year. So those are your sort of some of the glitters. It's Ozzy Osbourne in a pot. Absolutely correct there, Angela. Smoking Hot Pepper is Ozzy Osbourne in a pot. Is it more green or turquoise? Right, Sinful. On the lid, it looks green. It is not, it is teal. So it's more bluey aqua toned rather than green. I wouldn't describe it as green at all, really. That's just me. Somebody else might disagree. So, I need to come back to that one. Then we have the Butter Blings, as we've already seen with Pink Champagne. This one is Sapphire, and it's one of the OGs in the Butter Blings. These are incredible. They are a really, really luxurious type of glitter and pigment all in one. It is just amazing. And again, you can use it in loads of different ways. It's really, really fine. And it looks great over different colours. I love this one over dark green or black. it just looks stunning and gives a real mermaid effect. You've also got Jade, which is stunning as well. And then this one is a buttercream. This is Goldbug, and it's a gold glitter. But where this differs to the traditional glitters, I would say, is it is like tiny pieces of gold foil. It's the most beautiful shade of gold. It's more of a pale gold, so it's not bright yellow. And one of my favourite ways to use this is kind of sprinkled over a dark colour, or just a different colour to it. It looks really, really beautiful. It gives almost like a gold lace effect when you do that. So it looks amazing. And a little bit goes a really long way. So another one, Goldbug, put that on your list. Now, I skipped over this one, Good Vibrations. The reason I've chosen this one is because this is more of a summer colour. It's yellow. So why would I have it now? Because although this is yellow, it was part of the Happy Vibes collection last spring. It's a bright yellow. I'm going to show you how this can be used over so many different colours, and it looks amazing at any time of year. So that for this time of year, although it's a spring colour, it is amazing, and I'm going to show you that. So, Indulgence versus Bronze Baby. Buttercream, Bronze Baby. Okay. Bronze Baby is a colour, and it's kind of a metallic colour, and it is that sort of soft bronzy colour, whereas Indulgence is more browny bronze and it's glittery, but fine glitter. I hope that makes sense. So, a few other bits I've done to show you. This is another one that's multi-piece, Part-Time Pessimist, and it's great for this time of year. From the new collection, this is Seductive, the red glitter, but I've used it over black. So again, using the glitters over a colour that is completely different can give a really, really different effect. That is what it looks like on its own. So over black, it's amazing. Layering glitters, you don't have to use just one. Here I've used Disco. So Disco's been laid down first, and then I've used Fairy Good over the top. So you get some super sparkle, and you get those chunky pieces as well of the iridescent, so it gives it a really beautiful look. Again, this is Seductive, which is red, and I've used it over hot pink, and it just gives it just a cool look. I really like that. And then you've got your ombre fades. So here I've done Jade, and I've used, it's hard to see in this light, but I've used Sinful over the top, so it gives it a slightly more chunky, but getting the glitters picking up on the camera is really difficult. And then this is something that I love to do, is a fade. I've done it over Phone Home here for this tip, but it's something I've done here, and I've managed to get glitter on me. So doing the chunky glitter up around the top and fading it down. Here I've used clear over the top, but quite often, in fact very often, one of my favourite things is to use soft pink or baby pink extreme, and I bring the glitter down a bit further and half cover it, so the glitter slips under the milky pink gel, and it looks really pretty. And when you get those chunky pieces of glitter like that, the iridescence that just catch the light, it's really effective. So I am going to show you how I do this one to start off with, and I'm going to do very good. I'm actually going to have 2 matching nails on this hand, which is quite unusual. So I am going to do it on this one. Now, I've prepped all my nails, they're ready to go, and I'm just going to cleanse this nail with a wipe and cleanser. Now, what I've done is I've only done a base layer of gel, and I've not filled in at this top bit because that's where I'm going to put my glitter, and that's where the bulk of the glitter is going to go. Now, I use my bling brushes that are finished with, that are kind of a bit past it, no good for colour, they're still great for glitter. So I put, this is actually a glitter one, it doesn't look like it, I put glitter on them so that I know they're my glitter brushes, because you do not want glitter in your colour brushes or your gel brushes. And also, when you're using the chunky glitters, your #1 stylus is amazing for just pushing them around where you want them to be. So I'm going to take a little piece or a little splodge of glitter. Now, I've already used this today, so I've given it a stir. But what you'll find when you open your glitters, if you've not used them for a while, there may be a little bit of, it's not settling as such, but it's a little bit. And you'll see a thin layer of clear gel. Let me find one that I have not. Okay, intoxicating, whether you'll see it. So there's a little bit, particularly around the outer edges, you can see that there's a little bit of a clear gel. So your Light Elegance spatula, I always come along the top like that to scrape the top of it and just gently fold it. I mean, it's just so satisfying doing that. My clients love it. We sit there kind of slightly mesmerised. Glitter stirring is just so satisfying. Right, let me clean that off. So can you go in with the glitter directly over tack? No, I would not. Definitely do a layer of gel first, as Joe said. Right, so I've cleansed, I've got my little dollop of glitter, and I'm going to put it and sort of push it up towards the cuticle. Now, I'm going to bring it down a bit further this time, and I'm just going to smudge the pieces around. Now, I like personally to get the bigger hexagonal pieces and push them up more towards the cuticle edge. Now that's a really hefty piece. So what you've got to be careful of when you've got the really chunky pieces, you need to check it from different angles because it may not sit right. So I'm just going to push that down a little bit, move some of the other pieces into places around. I think that needs to scoot over to that side to even it up a bit. It's a bit like having crystals. You know, when you do, if you ever work with crystals and you're placing crystals sort of at the cuticle edge, you want them to kind of look balanced. And with the chunky glitters like this, you want it to look balanced. So you don't want to have a great big hexagon over one side and then nothing over here. It kind of looks a bit wrong. So I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. It doesn't look like it's going to be sticking up anywhere. So yeah, that's cool. Right, I'm going to put that in the lamp to cure. The glitter gels cure for 60 seconds in the LE dot. Right, now that's finished. Now what I'm going to do, once that has cured for tonight, I'm going to go over with Clear Jimmy Gel. Though, shall I? Actually, let's do a little bit of Lady Pink. I'm going to do a bit of Lady Pink, actually. So I'm going to do it so that you see a little bit of the glitter under the pink, because it looks really cool and I love it. So I'm going to use Lady Pink because it's one of my favourite jimmies. So Tina doesn't have very good, but I have a Halloween idea and need a chunky glitter. Was about to go through the site, but think that may be the one. Very good is very versatile. So yeah, right, that's cured. Now I'm going to just use, what's my second one? This one. Sorry, I put long sleeve cardi on today. I don't know why, because I don't really like working in long sleeves. Right, what I'm going to do is, you can see from the side here, I've got a bit on my brush and I'm just taking it over the glitter a little bit. And just bringing it down. There's a bit of skin at the side I need to get. So, I don't know if you can see it, but I have taken the pink, Lady Pink is from there. So it's just going over part way, and you can see how it changes. It gives it a milky kind of look. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little dollop more. I'm going to just fill in this dip where I wasn't sure how far I was going to bring the glitter down. So I'm just going to fill that dip in and bring it down. I feel like I'm working really cack-handed here. Smush it down. I'm going to get a touch more. And that, just smush it in the middle a bit. I'm about to start singing. I have to keep telling myself to stop. And just down the sides. So I'm going to let that just settle a moment, let it smooth itself out. Right, so that is Lady Pink, and it's covering part of the glitter. So I'm going to put that in to cure. So, love this look, thank you. This is one of my favourites. I do this a lot. And it's something, even if you don't work in hard gel or Jimmy Gel, even with the P+ glitters, you can do it. If you have marshmallow or phone home in particular, because it's the milky pink, you can do this look even with the P+, and one of the chunky glitters, or just an iridescent. It doesn't have to be chunky, but I just find the chunky ones are particularly effective. So yeah. And then once I've done that, I'm going to put a bit of Skinny Jimmy over. just to finish it off. In fact, I'll do it quickly now. Oh, I love fresh bottle. There's nothing like, it's like when you open up a new pot of buttercream or a new pot of glitter gel or Lexi. Oh, I love it. It's just so satisfying. Now I have done this look with actual full-on colours as well. I did this one Christmas with, what did I do it with? It was Bravo, I think. And it was really, really nice. Right, I've just managed to get a bit of gel there. So that is how it's looking. Right, so that's it finished off. Obviously, I'll top coat that later. But now I'm going to show you Drizzle and Good Vibrations. So this is probably not a combination that anybody would think of, but for an autumn combo, it's really beautiful. I love it. So yeah, so let me see. Has anybody got any questions? Quick and easy nail art, very quick and easy. My favourite glitter to look to do and wear is a glitter fade from the tip up over Ideal Pink. Absolutely. Any of those pinks with a glitter fade in looks really, really good. So now I need, okay, so that's that done, and it just looks lush. Gosh, look at me, 2 actual matching nails. My clients will be amazed. They'd be more amazed if my right hand was done though, to be honest. So, Drizzle. Drizzle is in the new Dare to Indulge collection. It's a lovely, I almost call it like a 70s brown. And it's got a little bit of spice running through it. So it's kind of like, I think Light Elegance describe it really well as having a touch of brown sugar running through it. I think that's perfect. So I'm going to go over the nail with the buttercream. I feel really cat-handed. So, and I've managed to get it on me. So the stylus is going to be used again. Where'd it go? I've got all these black brushes and things, and then I can't find the one I'm looking for. I've managed to just miss that corner. So I'll just smush that in there. The light's at a funny angle, so I can't see properly when I'm getting it or not. Right, okay, so pop that in. Right, let me see. Does chunky glitter also work from tip up? Yes. Chunky glitters does work from the tip up. You've just got to be really, really careful with your placement of the glitters, of the pieces. So you maybe want to go with a chunky glitter that's not chunky, if you know what I mean, because the bigger the pieces, the harder it is to get them to lie flat. And obviously at the tip, particularly, not so bad if it's more of a square shape, but if you've got an almond shape, you've got less space. So yeah, you want to keep it a slightly smaller chunky, and have, as it goes up, you can sort of dot. Now So this one here, you can see this is Part-Time Pessimist from last autumn. Or was it last summer? No, autumn, winter, I think. It's got the large pieces that they would be fine sort of down the middle and going further up. So you could sprinkle it and have some of the larger pieces just dotting up, which would look really pretty. So let me show you the magic of Good Vibrations. So we've got our brown, and that's not bad for one coat either. So Good Vibrations is a yellow. Give it a little stir actually. Like that. Ooh. So I've got a piece of kitchen roll at the side here so that I can clean my spatula every time I have to do that. It's a messy job. So, Indulgence. No, Drizzle. What we're talking about. And then we add a little bit of Good Vibrations. And I might have just put a bit much on. You don't need a lot. That gives you a really, really pretty autumn sparkly nail. So it might be a spring summer glitter, but it works really, really well in the autumn. I'm going to pop that in there. It pulls out the oranges and the golds more. So as I say, it looks really, really yellow in the pot. But if you look around the rim on the black bit, you can see that the glitter takes on more of an orangey bronzy tone, so it looks amazing. Now I also brought over my swatches of the Dare to Indulge collection, so I'm going to show you how it looks over Luxurious, because Luxurious is obviously a very, very dark green with a hint of teal to it. So you can see, even using over a really dark colour like this, how it's going to look. I'll just wait for my finger to finish cooking. And then I can show you that. Right, oops. So there you go. Perfect autumn colour. And then dark green. How amazing does that look? It looks absolutely stunning. I think I now prefer Good Vibrations over dark colours than I do over the summery colours. I'm just trying to move it in a way that you see the light of it. So that is autumn. So don't be afraid by glitters that look like this, because they can be a bit like, ooh, oh my gosh, what the hell do I do with that? You can do a lot with it. As you can see there, it looks amazing. Next one, we will do a mix. So I'm going to do, what shall we do? Shall we do Disco? Now, some of these glitters are available also in the P+. Some are hard gel only. So Fairy Good, sadly, is not in a P+. It's only in the hard gel. but Good Vibrations is available in P+. So if you work in the P+, it's still available to you as well. Doing well tonight, getting it on me. So that is Disco. Don't know if you can see it well enough. I'm going to pop that in. And over Disco, let's do something unexpected, shall we? Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. Let's see what a bit of Goldbug. There you go, you can just see the name. I'm going to put a bit of Goldbug over it and see how that looks. I think it'll look quite pretty. I think it will be sparkly, but it will be soft and pretty elegant as well. So yeah. So these are, that's what Goldbug looks like on its own. So like I say, with Goldbug, it's kind of like tiny pieces of antique gold foil, and it looks amazing. So this is Disco on its own. I'm just going to take a really little bit. I'm just going to bring it over. I don't know if you can see that changing. It gives that foily effect as well. So you've got the holographic coming through underneath, which is like super, super sparkly. But then the soft gold foil effect of Goldbug over the top gives it another dimension and looks really, really pretty. I actually really love that. Why have I not done that before? I'm not going to top coat these tonight because I'll show some other things. Is there anything that anybody particularly wants to see? Any particular glitter that I've got out here? Anything that anybody is particularly in love with and is like, I need to see that? Just let me know and I will do that. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. As a double glitter fade, that can look really nice as well. Yes, Goldbug is a great fading one. Like I say, over a dark colour, it can look like lace. Now I'm going to get Goldbug out again and I'm going to show you. Right, that's that finished. So it looks amazing. I'll pop it on over. This is Temptation from Dare to Indulge. And as you can see, the great thing with Goldbug as well is it lays super, super flat. Because like I say, they're almost like pieces of foil rather than actual glitter. And that's your, can you see that? So it's like gold lace, gold speckles over the colour. So it looks really pretty. So can I compare the two light silver glitters together, please? Which two light silver glitters are we thinking of? And the new glitter range. Okay, the new glitter range. So I've got them all here. So we have Lavish. Lavish is stunning. I love this. I've used it quite a few times. I've used this particularly with Heavenly. It looks really, really pretty. Lavish is a pale caramelly gold. It's almost got they're almost silver pieces in there, but it's really, really great. The two silver on my stand. Yep, I'll get those out. I'll show you these. So that is how Lavish looks. So like you see, pale gold. We have Intoxicating. So Intoxicating is a purple, but it's got kind of pieces of lavendery purple in there as well. So you've got your purple, and then there's flashes of more of a bluey purple, which looks really, really pretty. And that is fine pieces. Next one is Indulgence, which we saw before. So Indulgence is sort of soft brown with like a really beautiful, delicate, bronzy, fine glitter through. So I've done that. Seductive. So seductive. When I see this, I automatically think of Fiddy. So yeah, Seductive is a red, and it's gorge. And like I said, I did it over black, which looks like that, compared to that one. So you really can play around with them and get different effects. Then we've got Irresistible. This one is so pretty. It's a pretty soft pink, and it has silvery pieces, but also it's got, you can see like multicolours in there as well. It's not holographic, but it just picks up multiple colours. It's gorgeous. Again, another delicate one, and that one looks like that. So really pretty. And finally from this one is Sinful. Like I say, do not go by the colour on the lid. It is nothing like the colour on the lid, as you can see. So it's definitely a teal green, and it's kind of got a bit of a dark base almost to it, I would say. And just looks, oh, so ridiculously good. So yeah, that is 2 coats, and that's just one. So it covers really well. So you want to see the 2 silvers on my stand. So they are very different. It's hard to show up on the camera. It really doesn't pick them up very well. I'm going to try and put them side by side in the pots. So Disco is your holographic one. It picks up the light in multiple colours. It's like a rainbow. And it's more silver based, whereas Diamonds and Pearls have got bits of white in there as well. Yeah, no, I get it. They are very different. So this is Diamonds and Pearls, and it's kind of white with pieces of silver in it. And let me clean off my spatula again. Your Disco is definitely silver with those holographic pieces in. So this one sparkles multicoloured, and it looks, yeah, it's really, really sparkly. It is like a disco glitter ball, basically, which I'm guessing is why they called it Disco. So yeah, they are very different. I bet Seductive will look nice over the brown. Well, let's have a little look-see, shall we? So I've got my pop here, and I'm so glad I haven't cleaned my room for this week yet, because I have made a mess here today. So there you go. That's Seductive over Drizzle. So yeah, it looks very cool. There we go. So there we have the glitters. I'm going to just flip this back around. Look, all the glitters and all the chaos. So that's a little bit about the glitters. So play, have fun. Don't be afraid to mix colours that you think are not going to look great together, because particularly when we're talking about the iridescent colours, they look amazing. I mean, who would have thought that, you know, that bright yellow over brown would look this good. God, my fingers look old now. So yeah, play. Try things that you don't think will work together, because they probably will. Yeah, have fun with it and show me what you do. Just love what you do. Enjoy it, play, mess around, and you'll find some amazing combinations. If you do any of the glitter fades, like I've suggested, if you try any of the glitters that I've introduced to you that you've never even considered before, let me know how you get on with them. And if you have any questions, you can always drop me a message. I'm always happy to help. And yeah, don't forget, until tomorrow night at midnight, you've got Pro 20 to get 20% off your order. And tomorrow you've got, I think it's Jojo and Connie tomorrow. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Maybe I am. Jojo's got something new. Exciting. So join Jojo tomorrow, and then Connie for some autumnal nail art. I'll be there being mesmerised, no doubt, by Connie's gorgeous accent, and seeing what Jojo can do with the new things. Okie dokes. So have a lovely rest of your evening, everybody. This will be saved to the Light Elegance UK page, so drop in anytime you need, and like I say, drop us a message if you have any questions. Good night. See you soon.